Allahu Akbar.
On the broader theme of the convention, which I'm so thrilled has focused on the prophets. This is reminding us as Muslims to go back to the basics. What it means to live a life of principle, a life of ethics, a life of morality, a life that one would be proud to live and proud to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with on the Day of Judgment.
This annual retreat has been going on for 42 years. So we thank Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we thank you, the Muslim community of America, for their trust, the confidence that they have really given us.
I have been going to ICNA for 13 years. My family first started going to ICNA in around 2004, and we've never missed a conference only because it's one of the only conferences in the country where you have a sheer variety of speakers. For instance, a lot of people, they feel passionately about some subjects, but they don't feel passionately about another. But at ICNA, you have such a variety that you can just pick and choose what lectures you want to go to, and you're always interested in what you have.
It's nice being in this Muslim community, but there's actually really good speakers and good talks going on. Always good food. I did buy a lot of stuff. There's some ustads and sheikh from like CCBC and UMBC events that I've seen, and that was nice because I know them. I definitely want to come back to ICNA again, for sure. Heck yeah, 10 out of 10, okay.
I really liked the ICNA convention and all the sessions that we had, and I had a lot of fun at the shops and the bazaar. And I think it's the best thing I've ever done.
ICNA is a really good experience because it allows everyone to be united, and it teaches us that the Muslim Ummah is all brothers and sisters, so we should all look out for each other. And when you're around so many Muslims, it inspires you to be a better person, and because of that, I really like ICNA.
While other conventions provide you with the knowledge and motivation, ICNA provides you with an opportunity to actually apply that knowledge and the motivation into action. We have many programs that I volunteered with. That today we had food distribution for the homeless. Yesterday there were blessing bags for the homeless. There are dawah walks every single year where we go out in the streets and spread dawah to random strangers. This is something that's lacking in most other conventions, and I think ICNA does really right, and that we actually get reward by action rather than just listening and learning. Because we already know a lot of people listen and it goes through one ear and comes out the other. So for them to provide us all these opportunities to volunteer, young and old, is something that's really special.
There's always opportunities to help out. There's always opportunity to meet the speakers who've come from all over the US and, you know, ask them questions that you've been wanting to ask them.
Who died last year? Muhammad Ali? Sting didn't die. Prince, right? Prince died. Democracy, did you guys hear that? Democracy died in the past year. Constitution is on life support. I don't know if you guys heard that.
No matter how many executive orders are passed, how many Muslims are being beaten down on the streets, no matter how many masjids are being burned, we are called upon by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to show courage.
We must be unapologetically Muslim. I'm telling you that you have absolutely no choice but to honor the legacy of those before you who sacrificed for you to sit in this room today and call yourself an American Muslim.
Understand how the system works. Understand it. And once you understand how the system works, you use it for the good, not only of yourself, but the good of the rest of America, like the African Americans did.
We're going to have to get out of our comfort zone. We're going to have to get on the front lines and become activists. We're going to have to know, what do I do with the media? What do I do with my Islamophobic neighbor? What do I do with a negative comment at work?
They say that if you change one person's mind, you are actually helping in shaping the views of 250 people.
My name is Fatma. I'm a sophomore in high school, and I like ICNA because it's nice to see the diversity, and I love art, and there's all forms of art here, so it's interesting for me to see it.
And us Muslims, we have to now more than ever stay intact and stay together, and it's all about unity.
Being surrounded by a lot of Muslims and seeing the Muslim Ummah come together and try to gain knowledge together and to pray together and everything and share their their works with us during their booths and stuff. It's really nice. It's a really nice experience, alhamdulillah.
It does not matter how much, how many demagogues are out there to say bad things, bad stuff about Islam. But we are here, we are Americans, and we are here to stay.
Even if we have the worst of dictators in power, if we have a strong relationship with God, then why are you worrying? There's absolutely nothing to worry about, because success will always be with the believers.
All these different people coming from different ethnic backgrounds. It's diverse. There's my black Muslim sisters and brothers. There's my it's very diverse, basically. Yeah. And it's you can feel the vibe.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. My take home would have to be, it all starts in the community. As you can see, these are people coming from all parts of the country. We got people from Florida, Virginia, Dallas.
How did the Prophet ﷺ deal with the issue of racism? How did he correct race relations? He disrupted the system. He shocked the system. He did not take a very nice and gradual and respectable approach. He said, this issue, we can't afford it. This issue, it's intolerable.
And sometimes shaitan tricks us. And he tells us that if we're feeling sad or anxious, that means that we don't have faith. That means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is angry with us. And that's not true. Sadness and anxiety are a part of this life.
If there is no darkness, we do not appreciate the value of light. If there is no hardship, we do not appreciate the value of what we have of favors. The favor of freedom, the favor and the ni'mah of security and of peace and of liberty.
These trials, these difficulties, they wake us up. They encourage us to come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Stop being insecure about your Islam. Stop being insecure about your faith. It is your faith and my faith that make us great. And if we turn away from our faith, we will be humiliated. As Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu said, we are a people who were honored by Islam. When we seek it through anything else, when we seek empowerment or honor through anything else, we will be humiliated.
Seriously, every time I come to ICNA, I feel this boost in my iman, especially when my iman is down. This really boosts it up, and I feel like a brand new person. Plus, I get to go shopping a lot, so my bank account is empty by the end of it. And I think this is Saba's first year.
Yeah, this is my first ICNA, and I don't know, it just makes me feel spiritually connected, and we're all Muslims here, we're all here to do the same thing, to strengthen our deen, and it just makes me feel really good.
My favorite part would be the bazaar, because I just love to buy a bunch of new hijabs and stuff. Yeah. Because throughout the year I'd be like, I can't wait till ICNA, because then I get to get more hijabs.
Volunteering with Helping Hand has really shown me a side of the world that most people are completely blind to, the Syrian refugees or the water crisis in Africa. And in events like these, people come into contact with them and get information that they can use to help these people, and inshallah make this world a better place. And this right here is a statement that no matter what you throw at us, no matter what happens, we will come together and unify as one ummah, and inshallah strive for a better tomorrow for us and our generations to come, inshallah.
Such a wonderful time this year at the 2017 ICNA-MAS convention. That's why I'm inviting you to ICNA-MAS 2018 in Baltimore, March 30th to April 1st. Wonderful community, a lot of great panels, wonderful speakers, a lot of important conversations that were happening here, and we hope to have again in 2018, building our community, strengthening our relationships. So I hope to see you at ICNA-MAS 2018, March 30th to April 1st in Baltimore, Maryland.